Hey guys and girls, I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. We had a little rain here at the ranch, another 7/10 of an inch, so it just keeps on coming. Almost none in the forecast for the next 15 days. I watch that 15-day weather forecast on that weather channel, and I watch also Fox Weather News. I got that app also. Those two apps right there, and then a radar, my Radar Pro or something like that. Those apps I watch a lot. Anybody that's involved in the outdoors obviously watches a lot of weather, because if you're going to be outside, you want to know what's going on. I thought I might talk a little bit about the young trapper Travys Townsend. As many of y'all have sent me notes and comments asking, how's Travys? You hadn't given us an update on Travys. So I definitely want to give you an update. And Travys needs our help. There's absolutely no doubt about that. He started a GoFundMe page. The reason is, this is a young trapper. He's 23 years old. He's got an 18-month-old son. He's got some horses, and he got some dogs, and, of course, he's got to pay his rent and got to eat and stuff like that, but he can't work. If you remember, when I talked about Travys at first, he's kind of a fascinating young man, really super good young man. And he cowboys out in Montana 6 months of the year, and he traps here in Oklahoma 6 months of the year. Well, obviously he's not going to be able to get to go do the cowboying, because he's going to be laid up for about 8 or 9 months. The wreck that he had, if you remember, he had a terrific truck wreck. He run his Ram truck. If it hadn't been a big Ram truck, it probably would have killed him, and it came very close to doing that anyway. He had a big 18-wheeler pull out in front of him early one morning over here in Oklahoma, not too far from here, and there's a hauling rocks or stone, and it pulled right out in front of him, and he hit the trailer, and just was a terrific collision and a terrific accident, and many people didn't expect him to live. The prognosis right off the bat was really bad, but he's recovered better than the doctors could ever imagine. He's recovering quicker than they could imagine, but he's still got several months. He's had several surgeries. He's got quite a few surgeries to go. So they have started a GoFundMe page. We will put the information for that GoFundMe page up here in this video right here. And if you got $5, $10, they're not asking for big amounts of money, but if several thousand people respond, it can really help that young man, because he definitely needs it. Like I said, he's got an 18-month-old boy. He's had several surgeries already. One of the things that is kind of remarkable is he can't remember 11 days. That's right, he can't remember 11 days at all. He can't remember the accident, and he can't remember a day or two before the accident, and then he can't remember about 7 or 8 or 9 days after the accident. They're just gone totally from his memory. He did not have any spinal injury, which was great. He had lots of broken bones. He had a lot of messed up situations with his teeth, having to have several surgeries on his teeth. He's actually having jaw surgery on April 10th, which is just right around the corner, on his jaw. In about 4 or 5 months, or maybe 6 months, they're going to be doing some scar operation surgeries on his face and on his jaw. And it was just a terrific wreck. It was a terrific wreck. They have removed some pins from his foot, and he's actually wearing a removable boot on his foot right now that kind of keeps it straight and everything. But they have taken the pins out. That was on his right leg right there. He in a couple, 2 or 3 weeks from right now, he'll be having some operation, getting some more wires and screws removed. He's got a lot of spare parts that they put in the body, kind of holding things together while they healed, and God mended him back together. And one of the things that is remarkable to me is how well and how quickly young people heal. And how more difficult it is as we get older. We break something, or we sprain something, or we pull something, and it takes a little bit longer to heal. But he's just done a remarkable job at such a young age, recovering from this wreck. But he needs a lot of help, and I just wanted to kind of clue y'all in and let you know I've been keeping track with Travys. He calls me and visits, and he's got a great attitude. I talked to him on the telephone, and he just sounds fantastic. Sounds like he's not hurt at all. But of course, he's in a recovery stage, and he just needs help. So if you can spare $5 or $10 or whatever, whatever you give in situations like this, we're sending money to his GoFundMe page to try to help him out. But there's safety in numbers, and one of the things about it is we do have a lot of people on our social media. All of it together is about 1 million folks, and the biggest is the Facebook, and the Facebook people are fantastic. We got over 600,000 people on Facebook, and y'all have been so good to help in so many situations that I've seen you help in situations that we didn't even ask for the help. We just kind of put the situation out there and you all help. You all have helped us through a lot of tight situations over the years. And so you sent us, it's amazing. I'm just blown away, you know, Tractor Supply gift cards and Walmart gift cards and gift cards to help buy food for the deer and stuff like that. It's just been amazing. Many of y'all ladies that are so super talented have knitted collars for the deer and blankets for Chris and all kinds of prayer blankets and it's just been, we are just blown away by the kindness and the goodness, the people that are on our social media, on our YouTube, on our Facebook, and of course Instagram. Now we're building Instagram up, and we started working on it a little bit more. It's got about 35,000 people on there. It's gone from not much to about 35,000 pretty doggone quickly. So those of you that like Instagram, we're involved in that a little bit too. But the main thing, of course, is our 3 YouTube channels and our Facebook channel that we work really, really hard on all the time. We do about 1,000 videos a year for social media, so y'all are an important part of our life out there, and we like to do things that can help your life also. But if you want to help the young trapper out a little bit, Travys Townsend, Travys is the way he spells that. I had it wrong in my phone for a little bit, and then I saw somewhere, I think it's a note he sent me or something, one of the, maybe Ty, our game ranger friend and buddy here in Carter County. Well, our ranch is both in Carter County and Murray County, so we got a couple game ranger friends of ours here close by. We've got a lot of game ranger friends all around the state, you know, and we worked real closely with our great Oklahoma Wildlife Department on a lot of different projects throughout the years. But anyway, help Travys out. If you can help a little bit, we'll help a little bit in some way you can, because when something like this happens and you're a young person like that, and you don't really have a lot of money saved up or in the bank or things you can cash in or maybe sell some stocks or bonds or things that people have as they acquire through their life. When you're young, you just basically are trying to get by. We've all been there. When I was 23 years old, I didn't have that proverbial pot to pee in like they talked about. We certainly didn't. We were working 100 hours a week and trying to just scrape and raise a young daughter. We had a young girl when I was 23 years old, so I can certainly identify that. And it wasn't too long after that, when I was 23, it wasn't too long after that till we had a young son to go along with that young girl. So I can identify with what he's going through and how difficult it is mentally to not be able to go out there and work, not be able to go out there and feed your family, feed your young son like he's got. Take care of his horses. He loves his animals just like we all love his animals. He's got to feed his horses, and I don't know how many horses he's got. I'm assuming probably 2 or 3, and most cowboys do. And I think he's got a couple of pet dogs also, or dogs maybe he uses in his cowboy, and I really don't know. I don't know Travys all that well. I've spent some time with him here on the ranch and talked to him on the phone quite a bit since he's had that truck wreck. But he's a good young man. He's a good young man, and he needs a little help in taking care of himself here over the next several months. And if I know Travys, the way he's recovering and his attitude that he has about everything and how hard he works in trapping, I'm sure he works just as hard as cowboy. And cowboying's a daylight till dark job, and after dark too, just like I work in the outdoors. Pretty much daylight regulates everything, and of course in personal appearances and stuff, many times I get up at 2 o'clock in the morning, catch a 6 o'clock airplane in Oklahoma City, and maybe get back home that night at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning or midnight, and work 22, 23, 24 hours that day. So cowboying's a lot of work too. You just do the work that needs to be done. So Travys Townsend is doing good. He's going to live, which is fantastic. And he told me, he said, God's let me live for some reason. I just got to wait and find out what God's got set ahead for me. And that's kind of where we all are. God is letting us live day by day. We just got to make sure we're doing what God wants us to do. And we got to be asking God all the time, what can I do next? And because I guarantee you one thing, God's working in our life, and we can't wait to see what he's doing next. Guys and girls, go ahead and have you a great one this evening. Travys Townsend, we've got the link on here to his GoFundMe page. I don't know really how all that works. We've donated to a lot of GoFundMe pages over the years, and I guess it works really, really well. But if you can help the young trapper, Travys Townsend, do so. And if you can't, that's fine too. Pray. I think Travys is alive today because he's 23 years old, because a lot of y'all prayed for him. Y'all have prayed for him. I asked for prayers, and immediately there was really thousands of people praying for Travys Townsend. Didn't know him, didn't know anything but the name and the fact that he had a car wreck and was really bad shape. But you petitioned God to save his life, and God did. And he's young, 23 years old, and his body's recovering remarkably. God's doing a great job with that young man. So, guys and girls, go out there and have you a great one. Remember, I sure do love you.